I'm at a point right now, right, where I have to really just practice patience, practice, being patient. And for me personally, as somebody that has, I mean, if you look at my track record, notoriously I've been impatient, so much so that I've went and read spoilers and leaks and all sorts of stuff throughout, just like with anime and manga related stuff. It's like, oh, the episode dropped early, I'm gonna go watch it. Oh, the spoilers out, I need to know what's gonna happen. Even though realistically we could all wait a few days, me personally, I was like, I need it now. But I'm at a point in my life where I need to be patient, because throughout this year and this journey that I've been on, I feel for the most part I've given it majority of everything that I could possibly do, and now I'm at a point of waiting. Now, granted, there's still some stuff to be done. Like I think I said, like, on the last stream, like, oh, the Heroes project is done. That's not quite true, because I recorded a few more records and I was like, okay, no. One in particular that I made last night, it was just like magic the way it came about, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. I was just like, I don't even like rap on these type of beats per se. It was more like a gospel sounding type beat. And I was like, yo, I want to do it. Let's do it. And I wrote a bomb ass record. It was just like, holy cow, I did that. Me. Um, and I was like, okay, now this one got to go on the project. And then even as I was over like the last week or so, I was kind of combing through all the records that I have recorded for this project. I started to recognize, wait a minute, there's two projects within this project, because like this process of creating this project, like, I like to let the art, like, I like to let whatever comes naturally. I don't like to stay completely boxed into an idea. Like, originally I was just gonna do the Rise of Tim Roosevelt Deluxe Edition Heroes. I was gonna put the Rise album with some bonus tracks, and there you go. And then as I was recording, I was like, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Like, I got something special for the Rise that we're gonna be doing here soon. But to put these new records in with it, it's like, this is a different part of my journey now. Like, these are like, this is a different chapter, so to speak. So to combine them, it just didn't feel right. So I was like, okay, boom, Heroes is its own project. And as I kept recording more records, I was like, damn, this is getting a little album lengthy. What's going on here? But it was about a week or so ago that I was combing through all the records, and I was like, yo, this is two different projects combined in one. Like, one of them really is true to blue to the title, Heroes, in many different facets and different layers. But then there was another part of it that was not really, I guess, cohesive with the message of the project, but it was kind of like a project in and of itself. There was like 5 or 6 different records that is like, this literally sounds like I'm telling a story. And it's more so like on, I don't want to say romance per se, it's not like love records, but when you hear it, you'll hear it. So I was like, okay, boom, I got 2 different projects here. Let me comb and put them together, or let me separate them and put together a track list. I was like, oh, so Heroes actually really truly is supposed to be an EP. And I say that with the, how I started off, like I said, like, oh, it'll be an extension to the Rise. And then, like, it was like, oh man, maybe this is an album. But no, it really fits perfectly to be an EP, essentially my follow-up to the Rise, when it's ready, though. When it's ready, because timing is everything, patience is everything. Making things happen when they're supposed to happen is how you make it to that next step. You know what I mean? Because like, I could easily, right now, I got like bunch of records, tons and tons of records. I could easily drop whenever I wanted to. Like, I'm good to go, whatnot. But timing is just not right now. Like, everything just isn't the way it needs to be in order for that next leap to happen, so to speak. And patience is very difficult. Patience is something that, like, especially for me, it's been very difficult. But as I've kind of gone through this journey, I've realized and I've recognized I've kind of been patient this entire time and didn't recognize it. Like, I've been patient with the journey in terms of, like, there's so many times where I could have jumped, try to jump ahead, and instead I just kind of fell back a little bit and was like, no, it's not right, no, I should just do this. So, like, I say all that to say that sometimes you don't even realize it, that the thing that you say that you can't do, you're probably doing all along. You just got to look within and analyze yourself and analyze your steps or whatnot. Because I think for the most part, with this journey that I've been on, I have been patient. You know what I mean? Because I think being impatient would have been giving up. I think it's a lot easier to give up on anything when, you know, you have to sit and wait and everything isn't going exactly how you want it to go at the moment or whatnot. I think that would be more so walking the trail of being impatient opposed to sticking it out, standing your ground, and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? And so I'm looking back right now and I'm like, wow, I kind of have been patient. That's kind of dope for somebody that's been impatient. Like, give me the spoilers. I need the Boruto spoilers right now. I've been patient. So kudos to me on that. And just in general, the Heroes project, like I got a lot of big announcements that is going to come regarding like the music stuff, between like something special I got coming for the Rise of Tim Roosevelt album, and then the Heroes EP, which I don't think it's going to change from here on out. It'll be an EP, and it's just so concise. Like if you hear it from the intro, which shout outs to the person that provided the intro. You guys will know more soon when the time is right. But like, yo, dog, it's just, it feels so good. It's so dope to see like things come to life. But again, all that doesn't happen if I don't practice patience. And I know all of this hard work that I put in, all of this smart work, all of this, I feel like I've been walking on a tightrope throughout 2023, from literally the first day of this year on to where we're at right now. I feel like I've been walking on a tightrope, but I think my steps been all right, and I'm hopeful for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making sure to check myself in every avenue. You know what I mean? Like patience can really help you with a lot of different things, and I guess it kind of, I was going to save this for another one, but I think that this is an important and serious topic that we could get into, because I do want to help people, and I wrote a tweet last night about music, but just in general, whether it be music or this, talking or whatnot, I want people like my past selves, my future past selves, so to speak, for whether it be you're watching right now or in a few years you're watching, you can use what I'm telling you to help you in your journeys, because each one teach one. And I know it's corny. I say it all the time. If helping people and being a good person and helping people to heal and all that is corny, we corny out here, period. But something serious, and guys, don't laugh. Let's be a little mature here. I know we're a big bag of nerds up in this piece, but let's get a little more mature here. Something, because one of my homies, who will remain nameless, told me that he had an issue with fapping. Yes, fapping, fapping. And, I figured, okay, I could probably not only help him, but there's a lot of people out there that I could probably help. And if you don't know what fapping means, whacking the weasel, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be very careful with my words, because I'm ideally want to put this piece of content out there on YouTube so that a bunch of people could get this message and get this, get this knowledge and this wisdom. Because there's a lot of people that are dealing with this issue. And it's not only single people, it's people in relationships, it's all sorts of stuff. We are living in a very, very supercharged, over-sexualized society at this point. Like, you don't understand. Like, I know you probably heard the saying sex sales, and you see it all the time and all that stuff, but you don't understand how detrimental it is at this point of that. In almost every crevice of your life, there's some sort of sexual innuendo that is being, thrown at you in order to, just distract you in general. And also it keeps a lot of people in these habits of, fapping. Now, one of the things that, one of the steps to leaving this habit behind is, first of all, with any addiction, because at the end of the day, right, if you're using this as like, yo, I'm addicted to this, you know what I mean? You got to recognize, yo, I'm addicted to this. Look around. If you're doing this shit every day, you're addicted. I know some people don't like, no, it's just that I like to do it. If you're doing this shit every day, you're probably addicted. In fact, you're lying to yourself right now, but I bet somewhere within a few weeks, yesterday, whenever, you probably thought to yourself like, damn, dog, I really be doing this every day. I really can't stop. That's crazy. You're addicted. So the first step is you got to admit it. Like, yo, dog, I have a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's just, again, with any addiction. Once you get to that, past that step of recognizing I have a problem, I want to stop. How do you do it? Considering the fact that this right here, it could be your greatest enemy and your biggest asset. The problem with this right here is whether you're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if you click on one thing, literally one thing, like let's just say you see a big booty shaking somewhere and you click on that because you want to, you're like, damn, dog, she got a fatty, oh my God. Right there, you are setting yourself back. If you are on this journey and your whole goal is to stop this, you want to stop fapping, you tired of it, you know what I'm saying, you feel bad about yourself, whatever the case may be, or you just recognize like, yo, dog, I'm draining my spirit doing this, what's going on here? Also the fact that it's probably holding you back in a lot of other avenues, we'll get there. When you click on these things, and especially because it's so prevalent, because again, we're in a sexually overcharged society, the algorithms are going to exponentially flood everything with that. So if on Instagram I'm scrolling, let's just say my algorithm is clean, right? And I got nothing but Naruto memes, One Piece stuff, maybe, you know, some hip hop stuff, you know, Kendrick Lamar videos, all sorts of stuff. And then as I'm scrolling through, I see a big booty girl shaking it to, you know, she's listening, I don't know, Rip Me Out the Plastic by Lotto or something. And I click on it and I'm watching like, oh shit, bro. Oh my God. Right there. From there on forward, your algorithm is going to be supercharged, super pressed to feed you more of that. So you're going to be seeing that frequently. And if you click on even a few of them, that's it. It's a wrap. It's going to completely overtake your algorithms, and you're going to just keep getting fed more and more and more and more and more booty shaking, more and more of, you know, just anything sexual, and it's going to keep you trapped. So one of the things you want to do is, no matter how good that looks, and don't get me wrong, I understand. You kidding me? I'd be like, oh no, oh, you're taking my spirit and soul, it's so big. Pause on that because somebody might perceive that as something else. I'm talking about booty right now. I'm talking about women, the ladies. But shit, if you're dealing with this situation with, I don't know, maybe shirtless men, and you know it's a problem for you, you could also utilize this information, because this isn't just for men. Women could utilize this too. So honestly, the biggest thing is, don't click on them. Don't click on them, and you cannot give in. In fact, what you're going to do is, because if you're already in this situation, chances are your algorithm is already screwed. You already see every second or third post is big booties and big jugs, and you're already screwed. So what you want to do right now is you want to go to either your you want to go to all the social medias that you frequent, right? Because we're trying to get rid of this problem. So you want to go to your Instagram, you want to go to your Facebook, you want to go to your Twitter, all of that stuff. And you want to start looking, what is your interest? If you're watching this, chances are you probably love anime and manga, right? Go and start clicking on and giving a watch to and giving attention to as much anime and manga stuff as you can on all of these streaming. So like if you're on Instagram, go, you know, on social media, I meant, by the way. If you're on Instagram, go. If you see a Naruto meme, click on it. If you see a Naruto clip, click on it. If you see whatever the case may be, hey, I'm on Instagram. There's, you know, my music page, and then there's Forever News on there. I'm just saying, but no, on a real, you could go and click on as much stuff that is, especially more like, personally, I would recommend like motivational stuff or knowledge pieces or whatnot, but just keep on giving engagement to all of this stuff. Keep on giving as much as you possibly can, and you will see very quickly that they're going to stop recommending you the booty stuff, the tits and all of that jazz, and they're going to start force feeding you more of whatever it is that you're clicking on. So if you're clicking on a whole bunch of anime stuff, they're going to start recommending a lot more anime stuff. It's the same thing with YouTube as well. They literally are tracking what you're doing. So if they're tracking what you're doing, all you got to do is just trick them. Like, yeah, it's not like you're gonna, you can't change that party. Like, yo, we love women. We love seeing women. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So what you can do though is trick the algorithm into like, yo, but I really love this stuff more than I like watching that. And then boom. So now you cleared out, and it may take a little bit, but for the most part, like, especially I've seen it. It works. Like on your Facebook stories or whatnot, if you just keep on clicking on enough different stories that is not women, shaking their tits and their ass and all that, twerking and whatnot, you start clicking on a bunch of like knowledge pieces and all that jazz on stories, depending on how many people you have on your, stories or whatnot. Likewise with Instagram, it'll start washing it away. So we're going to take the assumption that now you guys got rid of, you cleansed your algorithms, right? You cleaned it up. All of that is out of there. Now what? Because you're like, damn, dog, I'm still feeling it, homie. What do I do? Like, I'm at work or I'm in the streets. My homegirl, they just be with the booty shorts and oh my God, that. Because let's keep it real. That whole sticking the tongue out thing, which, Meg the Stallion, shouts to Meg. I love you, Meg. But that whole sticking the tongue out thing, that be, is like a sexual type of thing for a lot of men. It's like, oh my God. So what you want to do is you want to try your best to surround yourself with, I want to say this very carefully, with women that aren't going to trigger those impulses. I'll give you an example. Me personally, as much as I could kick it, because, I have some homegirls that, are absolute ratchet, and I love them. You know what I'm saying? I admit it. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my homegirl, AD, wherever you at. Love. I love them. But I don't frequent, and I stay away because I understand. So nowadays, the women I kick it with, I love kicking it with squares. I'm going to keep it real. I love kicking it with squares, or I love kicking it with pretty much women that, like, perfect example. I kick it with, on a frequent basis, a lot of Christian missionary type women. The knock on your door type of thing. I kick it with those type of women. And here's a very big fact, bro. This is a big fact. I'm giving you game. I'm giving you from my own experiences. Opposed to when I'm kicking it with, regular shorties that be like, and, let's take a selfie and, shaking and twerking, all of that stuff that, we'd be like, God damn, it's just, oh my God. When I'm kicking it with my Christian friends, my Christian homies, my Christian brethren, so to speak, first of all, these women, they be wearing like, the long ass dresses, I'm saying, those super long dresses with the flowers on them and stuff like that. They dress like that. So you really only seen like, a face or whatnot. And granted, women, they're going to wear what they're going to wear. I'm not here to say like women need to cover up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that the women I'm kicking it with, the women I'm, spending time and having good conversations with and whatnot are Christian missionary types that are wearing long dresses. So when I'm with these Christian missionary women, I'm not thinking about sexual things. Because, first of all, there's nothing to really look at. They're wearing a big dress, which they look cute in and of themselves. And I think that's also something that people got to kind of reprogram your minds, which is pretty much what you're doing as you're doing this cleanse of, like, you can appreciate women and you can enjoy the company of women. And it don't have to be in that, that other thought that be in your head. You know what I'm talking about. Don't play with me. You know what I'm talking about. When you with a baddie and you're just there looking at her thighs and you're like, holy. When you're with different types of women, again, like the Christian missionary type women, you're not going to be having those improper thoughts. You're just going to be focusing in on good conversation. In fact, when I'm kicking in with a lot of these women, at most, I be thinking like, yo, damn, she would actually be a really dope, like, proper girlfriend. Or this one, like, wow, she might make a great wife someday. I would love to talk to her on that type of tip. I'm not thinking about, oh my God, I want to take her and, oh shit, bro, I wonder what's going on with the hotel pricing. Like, I'm not thinking of none of that stuff as if I was just when I would be chilling with a baddie or whatnot. So now, dog, they knock on your door all the time, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, they knock on your door all the time, whether it be the Jehovah Witness or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to just make friends and be cool. And at the same time, I'm sure a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, It's okay. I've been there. Y'all really, don't be. I don't want y'all to take this wrong. You know what I'm saying? We get to a point where maybe we don't have all the ladies around. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot. Right there, you get some quality ladies that ain't really on the BS whatnot to kick it with. There you go. You got some company now, and at the same time, you can share ideologies and whatnot. But the point being is that you cleansed yourself of all of these things that'll pull your mind. You cleanse your algorithm, you cleanse your circle. Boom. Now, after all of that, a lot of it is, again, patience and endurance, dog. The things that you really love to, whether it be, you hitting up this site or that site, you got to mentally say goodbye. I'm telling you the truth. Like, your favorite actress or whatnot that you be watching in the videos, you got to have that final night where you just think to your head, like, this is it. This is over. You got to envision this. It's literally like you're manifesting your goodbye to that type of lifestyle. You got to envision, like, this is it. This is the last one. And leave it there. And now you're going to have so much more of an easier time, because now you're not going to have the circle of the baddies or any of that. Now you're not going to have your algorithm recommending you that any minute. And let's not forget, before all of that you got to go in your history and delete all that. I know it's tough. I know you got those videos that it's like, oh, but that's my favorite one. You got to get rid of the history and the bookmarks, homie. It got to go. If we're going to make this change, we're going to make this change. You got to I know you love that bookmark right there. I know you're thinking of it as I'm telling you, like, no, but that's my favorite. I won't find it again. You're not trying to find it again, homie. You're not trying to find it again. You're trying to, if anything, get something that is a lot more grandiose than that. Because now your mind is going to be more programmed to, not only you're getting rid of that instant gratification, right? So you're not even going to be having that, how can you say this, that distraction of it. But now your mind is going to be rewired to, you might be able to talk to women in a better fashion. Because now you're not going to be nervous. Now you're not going to be thinking of things of, like, sexual nature. Now you can just go and talk to women. Now your brain is going to be a little bit more cleansed from all of this stuff. And I'm speaking to you guys from a lot of experience, dog. Trust me, bro. Whether you're single, whether I was engaged for 5 years, homie. I know what time it is, okay? Even with, I would have my me and my wife would have our time. A few hours later, she'd be sleeping. I'm like, damn, dog, I gotta go again. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you're single. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship. If this is a serious problem for you, or it's a problem in general that you're really trying to get rid of, these are the steps that you can take, and you will vanquish this demon. I know it's tough. I know a lot of y'all probably like, but I can't. You can. You absolutely can. You can defeat this demon. You got this. Just follow the steps I told you, and make sure to stay strong. Stay strong, but not the strong that you get from, you know what I'm saying? I figured I'd share this. I felt like this is some very important information. I know this is the stuff that, it's like, it's weird because it's like so uncomfortable. And when I was thinking about making this, or not making this, but talking about this on stream, a part of me was like, man, it's gonna be a touchy thing because people are gonna see my face and me talking about this. So what? If one person takes away from this and is able to conquer this demon and get rid of this problem out of their life, so what? Okay. Hey, I helped people talk about a very sensitive subject that for some reason is so sensitive and embarrassing that nobody will touch it or talk about it. I'm going to talk about it. There you go. So hope this helps anybody out there. And yeah, you got this, bro. You got to just cleanse yourself. You got to clean yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You got this. You're going to feel a lot better after this. Trust me. The favorite one makes you sound like an addict. It is an addiction, Black Panther. You know it is. But what if you only do it sometimes? Then maybe you don't feel like you got a problem. Maybe it's not a problem for you. I don't know. It's just like with anything for the people. I mean, personally, I feel like if it's still like, what is sometimes? You got to kind of define what sometimes. Like if you only do it 2 or 3 times a week, you're still making sure you get it done 2 or 3 times a week. There's literally hardcore drug addicts that can literally function and go to work and do all of that stuff and then go home and do hardcore drugs. Does that mean that, well, they still, they get the stuff done, they're still drug addicts? You know what I'm saying? So even though, like, maybe you only wank 2 or 3 times a week, you still always have to wank 2 or 3 times a week. You're still an addict. You're still addicted. But you need that post-nut clarity. That's a pickle and a half of it. I ain't gonna lie. That's a pickle and a half of it. But sometimes you gotta just attach yourself to your higher self, bro. When you go down the journeys that I've been through, sometimes a lot of those pleasures that you think you get from things like that, or getting high or whatnot, bro, my brain, the way it is and the way it's wired, bro, like, I don't need drugs, I don't need alcohol or nothing like that. My brain is on a whole different playing field. It already is like, if I'm high from just being straight sober, I don't need to go and get drunk or get wasted out there or whatnot. You just got to keep on getting yourself stronger. You got to keep on working on yourself. There's going to be the sacrifices. I'm sure a lot of people out there be saying like, damn, yo, he don't be posting like that. Numbers is down. So what? You know how much internal work I've done that was desperately needed to get me to this point right now, that I could talk about masturbation on a live stream to help people? You think me a year ago would have been able to do this, bro? It would have had to have a gun to my head to talk about this on a stream, a live stream, talking about, you know what I'm saying? It's internal work that you have to get through, and it's okay, because it's going to be very uncomfortable. At times you're going to feel like giving up, but if you get through that threshold, bro, life becomes so much more enjoyable. Wouldn't you rather skip, even if the world is on some bull, right? Because you can't, at the end of the day, you could do your best, but you can't change the world and snap a finger or whatnot. Wouldn't you rather skip to your loo and be like, the world is shit, the world is shit, world is shit? Or you want to walk around with your head down, man, the world is shit, bro, I'm gotta go bust it up, man, I gotta pull up the YouTube, man? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? No, Black Panther, I do not smoke weed. No. What about smoking, but it's your comfort zone? Ties in. I feel like you're trying to find each and every out. You're trying to find basically the outliers, so to speak. Bottom line, if you feel like you got a problem, then take the help that you can get. If you don't feel like you got a problem, then what can I tell you? Eventually, you'll recognize, though, what's going on with you, because only you know you. You could lie to yourself, all day, but when you look in that mirror and you take a very deep look into yourself, you'll know. But yeah, I just figured this would be vital for a lot of people, because there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? I get it, bro. I'm a nerd at the end of the day. I come from the anime and manga world. It just is what it is. No matter how much music stuff I do, no matter how many elbows I rub and all of that other stuff, bro, I get it. I know there's a lot of people right now that they're suffering from this problem. It's legitimately, they be suffering. A lot of people, they probably don't even want to. Probably like, man, yo, I want to go do something else, but I got the urge. And it's ruining a lot of things that you could get done. You probably would have more drive to go talk to that cute girl that you like if you didn't have that instant gratification. Well, why do I need to talk to her? I could just go and rub this out real quick and call it a day. If you didn't do that, you would be like, man, get out of here, bro. Why am I being a little bitch? Let me go talk to her, dog. Let me stop playing with myself right now, literally and figuratively. You dig? But salute to everybody. I understand dropping vices is difficult. I'm not perfect. I'm not all the way where I want to be in life or whatnot. But if I got some gems that I could share and leave behind for the versions of my past self or whatnot, then that's what I'm gonna do. Damn, it feels like I'm drowning and I can't catch my balance. Trying to balance good and bad, this and that. Someone help me find a balance, but I know it's all inside my head. If I could master this, I'll be a better me. It's all in me, it's all on me. Hidden deep beneath, if I could find it, you will see it's simply who I need to be. Raise the veil. This is Timothy.